Hi class, today I will lecture you the chapter Refrigeration and Air Conditioning System. And as you know that now you're starting the directly with me in the live stream. So this version is just a short version as requested by the university. Each chapter the lecturer have to upload the short video, just about 10 or 15 minutes to the BK e-learning to help you to generalize the lesson before you go into the live stream lecture. For the first 3 chapters, I taught all full 3 lessons and upload it into your website. So from this chapter on, I will do as the university request. I mean, each chapter I just provide you a short video, and then after that you have to do the multiple choice exercise or the quiz as requested by the university. So now we go into the chapter. We got first is introduction, second is refrigeration components, number 3 basic refrigeration cycle, number 4 air conditioning system, number 5 is refrigeration system, including the cold storage, the freezing system, and the ice making machines. So introduction for you as a student of the thermal engineering. The refrigeration is nothing new. You got the system, the refrigeration system combined 4 main components. First is a compressor, second is condenser, third one is expansion device, and 4 is evaporation or evaporator. So as the compressor, they receive the energy normally in terms of the electricity provided to the compressor in order to compress the gas from phase B to phase C. And then after that, from stage C, the refrigerants go into the condenser, reject the heat, and then become the liquid at the stage D. And from the liquid stage D, they go in expansion device, reduce the pressure and become the low pressure as the stage A. And finally it's going to the evaporator. The liquid refrigerants will evaporate, absorb the heat, and become the vapor at stage B. And for the component, as I just mentioned, we got the compressor, the condenser, expansion device, and evaporator. Evaporator as is the device that's to observe the heat. That means we got a mixture of the liquid and the vapor refrigerants of the expansion device go into the evaporator, and then it's become the refrigerant vapor. And then during the time when it's changed the phase from the liquid to the vapor, it will observe the heat. I mean, the air go through it and observe the heat, and air become cool and go out the system. For the compressor, from stage B to stage C, we got gas off the evaporator at the low pressure refrigerant vapor from evaporator. It go to the compressor, and it will be compressed to become the high pressure refrigerant vapor and go to the condenser. And in the condenser, the refrigerant vapor at the high pressure form the compressor at stage C, go into the condenser. It will release the heat and it become the liquid refrigerant. And the 4th device we call expansion device. It is the device the gas go in the liquid refrigerant after the condenser. It go into the valve or the expansion device, and it will reduce the pressure. It's become the mixture of liquid and vapor refrigerants as a state A. And at state 8, it go into the evaporator, and the cycle is continued. For air conditioning system, or we call the AC system, we divide in the local AC system and the central air conditioning system. For the central air conditioning system, we got a water chiller system and a VRV or VRF system. For the central air conditioning system, we got a water chiller system and VRV and VRF system. Water chiller system, and we divide it into two systems. We call the air-cooled water chiller system and water-cooled water chiller system. That means this one is classified by either we use air to cool down or to absorb the heat from the condenser, or we use the water to absorb the heat from the condenser. So we call the air-cooled or water-cooled. And this one is an example of the air-cooled central water chiller system. And in this case, we use the air-cooled condenser. Normally, if you look at the building, on the top of the building, there is the space where they put the air-cooled condenser, or they can put the cooling tower up there in order to release the heat from the condenser. And then after that, normally the refrigeration system we put on the basement, or they put in the first floor in order to easy for operation. And then after that, we use the AHU or the FCU in order to distribution the cool air to the air conditioned zone. For the VRV or VRF system, VRV stands for variable refrigerant volume, is a VRV. VRF, it means variable refrigerant flow. So it's just different, either they call the volume or they call the flow. So look at this one. We also got the outdoor unit and the indoor unit. And the outdoor unit, where is the compressor and the condenser. We got the outside unit. And then after that, we got the pipe to bring the heat to the refrigerant in, and then it will distribute directly into the evaporator. So it means, look at this, it looks like the air conditioning split air conditioning, but instead of only one indoor unit, in this case there are many indoor units, and the gas go directly into the evaporator or the indoor unit. So variable, the system output depends on the required load. Refrigerants, maybe they use R410A or R32 directly expansion system. And for the volume, refrigerant flow regulated by electronic expansion valve and varying compressor capacity. And this one is the Daikin VRV system. You know, the Daikin is one of the first and the most famous VRV system in the world right now. And this one is a system. For the refrigeration system, we got the cold storage, the freezing system, and the ice making machine. For the freezing system, we got the contact freezer, air plus freezer, and individual quick freezing. We call the IQF. Okay. So this one is the picture of one time of the contact freezer. Here they put the the products directly into the plate like this, and you see that means it's the directly contact between the refrigerant is run in the plate and the products, so they call the contact freezer. But in this case, the product is normally packaged in the package or in the block. So this one is the very first contact freezer. For the time of the air blast freezer, the products we put into the trays like this, and they will use the air, the forced air, to run or circulate into the room in order to freeze the products. In this case, there is no direct contact between the plate and the products, but they use the air, so they call the air blast freezer. For the individual quick freezing, so instead of they put all, for example, this one is look like the stream. We talk about the stream. So instead of put the stream into the block and put it in a contact freezer, in this case the products have the low value, so now they will use individual. That means instead of freezing in the block, now they freezing individual products, that means individual stream. So you see that the products will put in the belt go in and out the IQF, and in this case you can see that they flow the very cold air go directly into the product, and the product will be frozen straight away. So they call the IQF or individual quick freezing. So for the ice making machines, we got the block ice making machines, the flake ice making machines, or the tube ice making machine. So this one is a block. You can see the ice made by the block here, and it will be distributed to the customer. So this one they call the block ice making machine. The second time is the flake ice making machine. So this one is ice it make in type of the flake ice shape. You see it look like in your picture in your right hand side, and it means the product is a flake ice machine. Normally these products they use for cooling the fish or cooling the seafood. When they got it from the sea, they put directly into the cold storage store, and then they put the flake ice into it to keep it cool. And the last one they call the tube ice making machine. So in this case you can see that the product is produced in type of the tube. It look like in your very right hand side picture. You see that the ice is produced as the tube, and it's used directly for you. For example, they drink beer or they drink coffee. Normally they use the tube ice. So this one is product is more clean, and we can use directly for drinking or eating. So this one they call the tube ice making machine. All right. Okay, so that is the end of the introduction of your chapter refrigeration and air conditioning system. And as I mentioned, this is a very brief introduction, and for the full lesson I will teach you more in detail. Okay, so remember to look at this video and do the quiz after the exercise. Okay, goodbye class.